Hey there. It's just after 1 in the morning, and me and my son Matt have just finished watching Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2, which is a rare kind of franchise double feature that actually follows through. Although it doesn't have the same director or the same actors, it does have the same writer, giving it the same creative vision through both films. And man, does that work.
Yeah.
I'm
Surprisingly.
I'm going to try and stay spoiler-free.
I think we should, because the twists.
Are
There's another thing. The twists are good. This isn't.
It's going to
It's
be hard
not
to talk about the second film
a lot.
without giving away the
Because-
twists of the first.
Yeah.
So let's start it. There's a character, a Jason-esque character in the first one,
Yeah.
by the name of Trevor Morehouse.
Jason all got a hockey mask and such. It's
It's a very Jason visual-esque image. The hockey mask and stuff looks more like
an actual hockey mask,
yeah,
like an actual guard's. Like,
hockey mask, kind of like There was a movie once, I think it's a TV movie or something like that, but this like rapist that was going around killing these women, and he got revenge, and he had that type of mask. That's where I remember it from. But this is actually a very clever film. It starts out with basically talking about the legend of Trevor Morehouse, and it's a typical camp legend of a kid who kind of gets picked on and stuff like that. But we don't know a lot about the legend in the first film.
in the first one, pretty much all they say is Trevor Morehouse. He's a legend.
But we do know
Maniac who stalks the woods.
there's a main girl in it
Yeah.
whose boyfriend is frustrated with her for not giving up, basically, and he ends up with another girl.
Yeah.
Now, after this happens, a murder happens, and he kind of disappears.
This birds were quite.
The character's name
considerable
is,
amount of
the
time.
boyfriend's name is Jason. This is going to be really important, actually.
Surprisingly.
And they make a few jokes about it. There's a large enough cast so that you kind of flip-flop back and forth on who the killer is.
That's a film we flip-flop back and forth
A lot.
a lot. Actually, we didn't guess the twist. I guessed. There's a few twists. I guessed the initial twist that you think is going to be the revelation.
But
But
it turns out not
it's-
to be the revelation.
It's not as you think it would be.
There's a bunch of people put in as red herrings here. I mean, it's red herring city in this film, and it works. I mean, we find out quickly that there is another character by the name of Nelson that was supposedly that went crazy at that place before. So all of a sudden, although there's a legend of Trevor Morehouse, it looks like this may have been done because of a camper named Nelson, who kind of went crazy. And
His connections to the main character's father, as well as like several other characters in the.
so one of the other characters, it looks like, is doing it either on Nelson's behalf or because of one of their parents' behalf or something like that. You're not quite sure. And there's always a Trevor Morehouse thing in the background. You don't know exactly where it's going to go. When the killer is finally captured,
Yeah.
then we find out that, and this one, like,
This is a
do we want to
twist.
give spoilers?
Yeah, this isn't
Okay.
really a big.
We'll
Like
give
it's
this one.
it's the stinger moment, which is when the killer is found, the police sheriff is asking them, "Okay, I understand why you killed this person and this person, but that person didn't do anything to you. That person has nothing to do with the twist or any of like your motive.
He's like,
Why did you kill that person?" And the killer says, "I didn't. It must have been Trevor Morehouse." And we go back, and
one of the last remaining characters is actually killed off by.
what appears to be Trevor Morehouse.
So it's like, okay, that's cool. So and we know there's a second one. So
We didn't find a boy, as I said at the one at the end of it.
Exactly.
It's one of those, twists.
Now the second one starts 5 years after the first one.
It's connected in the way that the main character is the sister to the person who died
Right at the ending.
right at the ending.
Yeah. And his body's never been found.
Yeah.
Now we know he died because we saw him die in the last movie.
Yeah.
But still, they're still kind of leaving that ambiguous into the fact that is he really dead type of thing.
Yeah.
And we quickly find out that yes, there's another killer on the loose.
It
And-
looks heavily like it's going to be Trevor Morehouse this time. Heavily.
Yeah.
Like, the characters in the last one that would have been our, like, oh, it's going to be this person, or this is going to be, it's going to be them,
Die
or this
fast.
person is this, they immediately start dying.
and they amp everything up here, so the blood
Yeah.
and gore is 10 times
The
what it was in the first
first
film.
kill is so brutal. It was damn jarring.
The
How
nudity and
brutal that
sex
kill
in
was.
this has gone up by 10 times too.
Yeah.
You have Tiffany Shepis in this, and she's a famous indie cult scream queen.
I just
and
watched Scarecrow the other day.
yeah, and she's good at this stuff. Her screaming's good. She always is a nudity, and she always delivers.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's a good actress. So everybody in this film is a better actor and actress than the first one.
Yeah.
But both of them are good.
Both of them are really good.
And the cool thing here, I gotta mention this right away because I'm not gonna remember if I don't.
Yeah.
In the first film, the boyfriend's name is Jason.
Suspicious. And
So there's a hockey mask, all right. In the second film, the Trevor Morris mask is a white faceless mask, and the boyfriend's name is Mike. It's Michael, like and Michael Myers. So they changed the mask. I thought it was a really clever thing to do.
it should be noted, as much as a synopsis we can give for the second one, stuff start happening, as we mentioned, people start dying real fast, and characters that it looked like it could be, this person is a twist. It plays other than like getting rid of the big characters, it plays a very close line to the first film, and it leaves it's so close that you don't know exactly if they're going to take the same turn or they're going to do a little reverse of the turn, but the actual
Yeah, it almost seems
turn,
like the twist is going to be an actual remake of the first film, but it's not.
it's
So good.
yeah, there's a few times where you'll pretty much second guess if you thought what it is.
Legs getting car sequence.
That was the first death.
Brutal kill.
That was brutal. I don't like dismemberment too much. Or at least not dismemberment that doesn't immediately follow death. Not
and the
like
thing
someone
is, you
crawling
can't guess
away.
who's going to get killed here because right away the first person that gets killed is the person you think is going to be the person that's saving people near the end of the film. It's a very Tommy Jarvis-y type of character.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this dude could take care of himself. This is like Shepard in Part 5. You know, if Part 5 would have been... Well, anyway, it's just like John Shepard in Part 5. He kicks ass. But, bam.
No.
All of a
And
sudden,
it's a brutal, like, you watch the first film, it's a typical, like, well, not typical, it's really good. But the kills are very normal slasher. There's an archery scene, you have, like, your general stabs and throat cuts. But the first kill of this film
it's brutal.
is literally, I'm just going to describe this because it doesn't spoil anything. He comes up with a machete, picks him up, he falls down, he's like trying to get away. You think, oh, he's going to stab him now, he's going to hack into him, he's going to die. He hacks his leg off and throws it in front of him. And I was like, oh crap, now he's going to die from bleeding. No, he hacks his other leg off.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the guy's like trying to get ahead, and he's
Yeah.
like puking along the way, like
Yeah.
you would do with something like this. The writing in this here is just
It's so brutal. And with the head smashing with the rock, it's horrifying for a slasher.
yeah, it's different. It's very cool, and the fact is, it's a writer's film.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff put in here that that a slasher fan is gonna like. But as a writer, there's a lot of stuff that I could appreciate from what he did and how tied together both films are. They work best if you watch them back to back.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get the most out of it, because you're going to still be remembering stuff from the first one. Things are going to carry over. And when you get the conclusion, and I was like, oh man, I hope there's a third one of this.
Yeah, we were going to actually immediately go and check if there's a third one.
I haven't even checked. I don't think there's a third one.
I hope
but
not, actually.
Because the second one
The second one
has
was...
the perfect end.
You can't... Usually that doesn't happen.
This
With,
never
like,
happens to
slashers.
films.
There's no slasher I can think of ever that has a legitimate ending. There's always a thing. Halloween 2, he burns in a fire. That's okay. He comes back from a coma. His eyes are perfectly fine. So is his face.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th ends up sliding down on his machete at Tommy's house. It's fine. Let's stab him through the heart. Get resurrected. It's great. I can't even say anything for Freddy because dogs piss on his bones. But
it's different though. This is not the same thing. It's not the same killer in each movie. It's a different killer. Uh, and that's not giving anything away, actually.
No, it's not at all.
And the thing is, the movies fit so well together. They do have a different actor for the small role
Of the person
Of the-
who dies in the first film that you see in a weird dream sequence flashback.
but it's okay because it's just like a throwaway role anyway.
Yeah, it's literally just a.
But
This is set up for why everything's happening, why she's here.
it's like we were guessing people and guessing, and you may guess right away. That's great, but it's a fun ride. And the thing is, it's not easy to guess because you
Like
keep
even if
guessing
you
it for people.
guess it right away,
Yeah.
there is no doubt you're gonna second guess yourself.
And that's where that's the
Several
brilliance in the film. That you might say, okay, this is it, and you may peg it right on, and then you get halfway through, like, oh, wait a minute, this could be it. And even if you stick with it, there's times you're going to kind of doubt yourself for a minute, and that's the brilliance.
Yeah.
Because it makes you doubt yourself, and in a good way. I would definitely recommend Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2.
Oh yeah.
I wish I'd watched this on Halloween.
Yeah.
This would have been perfect, and I gotta say, got Kitty's the week, and so we went to the haunted house last night. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, excellent.
kind of
yeah.
A Wonderland haunted house type thing, cool theme. Actually got this haunted house, became mayor.
Yeah.
Which is very
Understand
cool.
why.
But overall, Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2 are highly recommended. We can't say a lot about them because we really want you to watch them.
Yeah. One of the few times where I'm not fine with saying what spoilers are.
I would normally go spoilerific on this thing here, but this deserves to be watched. It's a writer. It would be appreciated if you. It's as far as slashers go. This is some of the best writing I've seen in a long time, especially in an indie slasher. Like, of course, there's some of the acting problems and stuff like that you're gonna get along the way, but overall, there's pretty good acting throughout. There's some cheesy stuff, of course,
Obviously.
and even blood-wise and stuff like that. I think the framing's done pretty well. The cinematography's pretty good. It looks like it's going to be kind of a standard slasher, but it goes above and beyond that, and it's very Agatha Christie-ish in some.
Yeah.
Some
Crap, there's
aspects.
one scene that's literally a Miss Marple scene.
Yeah, it's like where someone is explaining out how the murder could have been done and going through the sequences. It's kind of cool, and it's kind of cheesy, but watch them, get them both, Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2. Watch them back to back. Trust me, it's the only way to watch these films. They're very fun. They're very great. If you don't like this, I'd be really surprised.
Yeah.
You don't like slashers or murder mysteries at all if you don't like these movies because
Oh, yeah.
these are just so well done. And
That's how I want my slasher. Slashers aren't always supposed to be very mystery heavy, especially the popular ones. But I love me a good mystery, and that's what that was.
yeah, in the early '80s,
It's a good mystery and a good slasher.
slasher movies were like that.
Yeah.
Happy Birthday to Me, My Bloody
Oh
Valentine,
yeah,
The Prowler. All these
yeah.
were done.
Graduation Day, which I saw the other day. It's not the
That's
best.
a bad movie. All these
I
were
guess
movies that were done
immediately.
on basically.
Or
Were done
let's
like
say
that.
Schizoid.
Stuff like Prom Night, Terror Train. All these were done as mysteries originally, and later on, as Jason became more popular and as Freddy became more popular,
Yeah.
they took away the mystery to the slasher
It
and
was
they made
basically a
them
monster film.
Yes, but this is a real good throwback. I'm not sure what years these were done. I'm guessing in the '90s sometime.
Yeah.
If these were done later, then that's even more amazing. But fun movies, incredible movies. Our time is basically up.
Yeah, our time's up.
You have any last things to say?
Just watch them.
Watch Bloody Murder and Bloody Murder 2.
Don't watch Scarecrow Slayer. I saw that the other day. Don't do that.
That's another video. Thanks for watching, guys. And right now, for me, it's 1 something in the morning, and I'm thirsty as hell, so it's time for tea.
US Link.